Today's topic is reading strategies. One thing I have to mention before starting our today's lesson is that reading is a very important thing for any competitive exam, for example, IELTS, GRE, GMAT, and so on. So this topic is very important for your future life. There are many strategies for reading comprehension, but here today I am going to deal with two strategies that those strategies are skimming and scanning. So let's see what is skimming and scanning. First one is skimming. Skimming is reading rapidly in order to get a general overview. For example, in your question there is an essay or a composition and it has different section or different paragraphs. For example, 4 or 5 paragraphs are there and they make a composition. So at first you have to read the whole composition very rapidly, so rapidly to get a general overview so that you can get a general overview. For example, the composition is on the topic is Bangladesh. So how can you get the idea that the composition is going to tell about the description or the description is about Bangladesh? You have to read. You have to read the composition very rapidly, but don't try to understand the whole thing or don't try to read the composition sentence by sentence. It will make you or it will lead you and to a wrong way. So skimming is to read the whole sections or whole composition rapidly for what? For getting a general overview. Then how to skim? কিভাবে আমরা স্কিম করতে পারি? Then we have a title, for example, population problem in Bangladesh. So you can get an overview by reading that title. So read the title. Sometimes you don't find any title, so then you have to go for another strategy, and that is read the introduction or the first paragraph. You may find 4 or 5 paragraphs or 6 or 7 paragraphs in a composition, but remember that the first paragraph is your introductory paragraph, and in this paragraph, I mean in the first paragraph, the overview, the general idea of that composition is given. So if you read the first paragraph, you can get the overview, a general idea of that composition. Then read the first sentence of every other paragraph. When I have taught about paragraph writing, there I have already said you that every paragraph has an introductory sentence. So the very first sentence of every paragraph is the introductory sentence. If a reader reads the very first sentence of a paragraph, so he can or she can easily understand the main theme, main topic or main idea of that paragraph. So if you read the first sentence or introductory sentence, whatever you say of every paragraph, you may get an overview of each paragraph. Then read any headings and subheadings. Sometimes there are some headings or subheadings for every paragraph or for every section of a composition. So if you read those subheadings or headings, you may get the idea that what is going to tell in this composition. Notice any pictures, chart, or graphs. For example, there is a picture of Rabindranath Tagore. So you can easily understand that the passage is going to tell about Rabindranath Tagore, or you may look for any chart or graphs. For example, there is a graph of the ratio of women and men in Bangladesh, so you can easily understand that the paragraph is going on that composition is going to tell about the population ratio in Bangladesh. Then notice any italicized or bold-faced words or phrase. If you find any italicized or bold-faced word, that means একটু বাঁকা করে যে লেখা থাকে অথবা bold face একটু মোটা করে যে লেখা থাকে এরকম যদি কোনো word if you find, please notice on that, সেগুলোর উপর ভালো করে লক্ষ্য করবেন, because most of the time the questions are given from those sections. So Italicized and boldface words or phrase means they are important for answering your next questions. Then read the summary or last paragraph. As I said that the very first sentence of every paragraph serves you the idea of that paragraph. Similarly, if you read the last paragraph or last sentence of every paragraph, you may find the summary of that paragraph. If you read the last sentence of paragraph, you may find the overview of that paragraph. Or if you read the last paragraph of a composition, you will find the overall idea of that composition. So here is those steps how can we do skimming. আমরা কিভাবে skimming করতে পারি? First read the title, then read the introduction or first paragraph, read the first sentence of every other paragraph, read any headings or subheadings if any, or notice any picture, charts and graphs, or any clue like italicized or boldface words or phrase. And the last one for skimming is read the summary or the last paragraph of that composition. So here the process how can we do skimming. So in our next class we are going to learn how can we do scanning. Scanning is another strategy for reading comprehension. So in our next session we are going to tell about skimming, but before that please watch this video and come with your question. If you have any question, I'll be there inshallah to answer your questions. Till then, Allah Hafiz.